We interviewed people around Belmont, asking them questions about culture and diversity.
Here's what they said. This is University Diversity. Hooray!
My two grandparents on my dad's side are both from England. My grandfather was in the army in England, and then my grandmother lived in Gibraltar, which is a peninsula close to Spain, but it's still a British territory.
Well, basically you take Western Europe. Yeah, and then that's me.
I am from South Korea.
Okay.
So I'm Asian, yep.
I'm German.
I was born in Houston. Both my parents were born in Houston. My dad's job moved him to Ghana, and then I moved to Senegal for school. And I lived there for like 10 years.
My family is mostly Irish, English, and like Scottish, like all the British area.
Quarter Danish.
Yeah, I'm mostly like Swiss, German, and Italian.
I'm 50% English.
I think I'm German. I think Waggy originates from Wagi, which is German. I don't know. And I think my mom's side, she was from the Diver family, which I think is French, which is Diber. So I think I'm a Diber Wagi, which is French and German, I think. I don't know. I'm not sure though.
I recently read my 3 times great grandmother's autobiography about her life.
Oh, that's
and
so cool.
yeah, she was born in England, and then she went to Jamaica as a missionary, and then moved to New York, and then that's how like we got to America.
I know my dad's like 50% Danish, so then I'm a quarter Danish, and then the rest of it's all messed up. I don't know, so.
Yes, I have been to the Dominican Republic when I was a young child, and I went to Costa Rica 2 years ago with my Spanish class. And then I've been to Canada a couple of times, but that's not super exotic.
I went to Mexico, and I've been to Canada. Counts, right?
Yeah. I've been to Canada and I've been to Croatia.
I go to Ethiopia every year.
I went on a mission trip with my senior class to Haiti last summer. We worked with an orphanage and a medical group that was down there.
I've been to Spain and France.
A lot of places. I grew up like in Africa, so my parents worked there. So
Okay.
I went there when I was like 8.
I've been to Europe, and I am from Paraguay, and I've been to Brazil and Argentina.
Mexico, France, and England.
It's really different.
Yeah.
Even coming to Belmont here, like I'm from New York, so it's like there's like I feel like everywhere you go, there's just a different culture that's like not completely different, but like just has things that make it different and stuff.
I think that Americans have so much, they expect so much, and they give so little. And people abroad who have so little, who it doesn't take much to satisfy them, and also the fact that they're like sponges. They want to learn, they want to do better, they want to improve their circumstances, rather than here we have so much available to us that a lot of times people don't take advantage of those opportunities.
I mean, the houses are different, the streets, like, driving is completely different. There's like no stoplights, you just pretty much like wedge your way into intersections. It's really weird.
India was a really big culture shock to see all the like kind of horrible poverty that you see on TV in real life.
I mean, I was in Mexico for like a couple days, but it didn't really changed me too much.
Really?
It was just really dirty. I mean, but a lot of places are dirty, so I don't know if it like drastically impacted me as a person, but I mean, like it was cool to see.
Each culture sort of has its own distinct way of being a culture.
Croatia, I was there for 10 days, and they do have a different way of life. Everyone's a little more relaxed, a lot of friendly people. A lot of people speak English there, and they're always willing to help you. I've heard other European countries, they don't like Americans that much. I've heard France is like that, but Croatia was pretty cool, and everyone's nice and easygoing. So yeah.
I guess just realizing that there's still so many parts of the world that are completely like underdeveloped or not developed at all. Like having to use an outhouse at 2 a.m. is not the most fun thing, and the smell is nope. So just like realizing like how much we have here, but like how much they have in Haiti, and you can't even compare it. But they're still like completely like, they're not completely, but mostly content with their lives. Like they're not trying to develop their country more so. They're just living.
I don't know. It's like innate, like it's in you, like it's whatever you're like born into is like what you really are.
And I think it helps me to be more humble. It helps me to be more caring. It helps me to be more loving for people who don't have as much as I have. I've really been blessed in my lifetime, and it's a matter of what do I need to do to help other people help themselves.
No, because I'm adopted. So I was
Okay.
actually born in South Korea, so I've been out of the country then too. So, and I came over here when I was 6 months old.
Does that affect the way that you view everything?
Not really.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are surprised when I say that, but like I feel like I still have like a normal life and nothing's really
Yeah.
different. So
It's really tragic because you're so helpless against this like massive, terrible thing.
Well, this summer I worked at a restaurant, and all of the cooks were, they spoke Spanish, and they're all from like South America, different places in South America. And I don't speak any Spanish at all, but it was really interesting because we had to come up with different ways to communicate with each other, like without using words, we'd have to use gestures or like the few words that we both knew in like our languages. And it was just really fun, and I really loved them all, and it made me just, want to learn to speak Spanish to show them that I respect them and I respect what they're doing.
One of my like best friends in high school, she is Indian, and like I'm talking, her parents are like first generation immigrants or whatever. And so I got to learn a lot about Indian culture and like the food that they eat and like the little holidays that they celebrate and the dances that they partake in, just stuff like that.
Does that affect the way that you view the world and like our culture in relation to their culture?
I think so. I think it's broadened like my view on stuff. I almost like by the end of my high school year, I felt like Indian dance and stuff was like normal. Like I guess that affected my life in a great way. So
awesome.
Yeah, one time in high school, I became friends with this girl named Hooray, and she was a exchange student from Spain, and I learned a lot about Spanish culture and even how it was different in like Spain, like from northern Spain and southern Spain and stuff like that.
I think people are drawn to others that have similar interests in them, but it's not like a necessity to become close to them.
One friend can be this similarity between us, but another friend is completely different because we have some other similarity. So there are similarities that I do look for.
yes and no. Like I feel like I'm friends with like a lot of different types of people and stuff, but like people have the same interests and stuff. I'm usually closer with.
I think so. I think it's a really like subconscious thing that we do with our friends and our relationships, that we find people that are like us or like our families, like people that we already are used to. I think it's a really weird phenomenon, and I always want to be friends with people that I think look cool, but then I look at them and I think, no, I don't really enjoy your company. But that's just because they're not, I don't know how to communicate with them because I've never met anybody like them.
I don't necessarily speak languages, but I can understand most German.
I've taken 5 years of German, and so I kind of speak it a little bit. Like, I can have a conversation with you.
When I went to Senegal, I learned French for school, and then in Ghana, they speak another language called Twi.
Syria, you said that you speak French pretty well?
Yeah, I know some words. I know some of the language.
Experiencing other cultures allows us to better understand ourselves and our world.
So go out there and get yourself a heaping glass of culture.
Thanks for watching University Diversity.
Yay!